A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at US Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Arizona Cardinals and the Minnesota Vikings. Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They run it again with Cook. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now Franks. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. A pitch back. And I think the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
And now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun, Franks. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Franks. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Second down, Franks. Wide open receiver complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. Franks now. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Second down, they go right back to Cook. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. The Franks looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, it creates a penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. To go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On play action, it's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Murray flips his forward on a jet sweep. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. From 19 yards away. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Kenenuagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On second down, Cook. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Watch out, man. 50 Fury. Mike, 97.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got room. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Here we go. Drill, 52.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time. Now, Charles, remember they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Well, the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Murray off play action. He's going deep for Brown. And this one is incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field are covered up essentially every blade of grass. That will allow them to disrupt the play.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Murray going to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Play fake. Murray. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing again, Murray. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Off the play fake, here's Franks. And he's got this to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. First red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. It's Franks now from the shotgun. That is caught inside the 5. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the 1st half.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Franks. Touchdown, Vikings. Nick Muse in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this 1st half. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this 1st half as the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A final shot before half for Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who you know. And go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's the option going right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw, it's Murray. Quick slant, caught by Moore.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Finding his target, it's Trey McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Murray now on 1st down. He's got the connection to Moore. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a line card to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Can see this quite a bit on running plays where the guy's out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Murray. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Now back to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey McBride, 30 yards. And the Cardinals are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Nwangu now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And, Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Franks. Complete. Smith has it. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And some room to work. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Setting up play action. Franks. Catch is made here by Irv Smith Jr. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. The touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
This offense on 3rd down today, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And a catch made by Hopkins. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. That grab another career milestone for him. 900 career catches now.
All right, the applause is beginning, right? The applause is going on. That puts him just outside the top 20 all-time in the NFL. Next in his sights at 903. Wes Welker.
Rarefied air. And some room to run now. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
To the 36-yard line, stop there. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Now Murray throwing on second down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Murray now to throw. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 14. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Kyler Murray with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Cards are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The Franks looking to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They go play action with Franks. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. To throw is Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. What do you think? Play this safe, just worry about getting OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. Murray to throw. And this is caught. He hits more. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor. And Charles, of interest here, that last throw is going to put him over 20,000 yards passing for his career, and that's not a bad number.
You're exactly right about that, and even though it's nowhere near the top of the leaderboard, because when you think about it, Brady and Breeze, they've done that 4 times over. But when you hit 20,000, let's face it, only a little over 100 guys have ever done that in the NFL. It's worthy of some applause.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Murray. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown. Forget overtime. They're going to win the football game right now.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Kicks it on the ground with a squib, taken around the 28. The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1